So, National Cinema Day was over 24 hours ago for me. It was a very good day. I got called into work that day and I said, fuck that, I'm going to National Cinema Day. I'm enjoying my day off. So I said, you know what, I'm going to enjoy this. It's going to be a really good time. And boy, was it. There's some pictures I have on my Instagram and on my Twitter, but I didn't put all the pictures up yet. I have pictures from the in-between to the whole thing. I got pictures from every cinema that I went to that day. But I didn't post it online yet. I'm far too busy in between the stuff. Seriously, including making this video. And looking at all the damn pay-per-views and whatnot there and it's so much stuff. Answering calls, people, friends. I gotta choose the right picture, put it in the right order. Sometimes Instagram doesn't upload everything when I wanted it to. I wanted to upload like 10 pictures last night, but for some fuck all reason, Instagram's like, you know what, that's too many at once, we're not gonna do it. So I said, fuck that, so I just didn't do it at that time. Maybe we'll do it 2 at a time, and maybe Instagram can handle that. I feel like, but Twitter, I can only put 4 pictures at a time, or some shit like that, so I don't even fucking know over there, so it's weird. So here we go. Here's the actual experience. What happened. I went to 5 cinemas that day. I went to 5 theaters that day. And I chose them all in a specific way. I wanted to see Wire Room on the big screen. I know it's online already. Wire Room was a good movie, by the way. Like 30 minutes for it to get really good. But the first part was interesting. But overall, it was a really good picture. And okay, so what happened was I went to Regal Union Square, then I went to Quad Cinema, then I went to Cinema Village, and then after Cinema Village, I went to Regal 42nd Street, Ewok, and then I went across to my usual theater, AMC Empire. So 5 theaters in about 7 hours. Everything went more or less according to plan. I did not expect Spider-Man to be there outside of the first movie. I saw Minions Grew that day, but there I was. He was there around like noon or so. So he was there. He was chorusing me with his spider webs, like in the movie, like a Spider-Man has the power of Black Widow to make you do what he wants you to do. So he manipulated me to go over and take a picture with him. I took a couple pictures with him. I thought it was really cool. I got the thumbs up one from the Marvel vs. Capcom games, and I got the typical Spider-Man pose when he's on the ground doing the superhero pose, which is already on my Instagram. But it's in the story only, so you can't look at it this past 24 hours. I'm going to put up the regular one up there when I feel like it. So that was Regal. That was really good. What I learned from Minions Grew in 40X compared to the IMAX version and the standard version I saw already. I did like how the cars were moving and like were tilting, and the seats were tilting according to plan. The giant monsters near the end of the picture, that was really fun to feel in 40X as well. The kung fu part was really good there. When the grandma, she was teaching, she was kicking the bully's ass with the kung fu, and that was really intense in the seats there. I saw people like shaking and having a good time in the seats. It was a joy to see, for sure. It was a joy to see. And yeah, after that was over, I went to, like I said, I went to Quad Cinema, and Quad Cinema was basically wasting time until this movie started, Wire Room. So in Quad Cinema, they had some nice pictures on the wall, the same thing they have in Alamo Drafthouse. Some old school posters on the wall, nice clean setup on the inside. Bathroom was really immaculate looking as well. It looked like Radio City Music Hall bathroom. It was like really, really clean looking. Not, of course, not nearly as big though, obviously, but still, like, it was it was immaculate the way it looked. If you know what a really good looking bathroom looks like, that was it for the public. The seats were mid, in my opinion. The one in AMC Empire that I go to are above mid, but they're not like absolute. Like 34th Street is damn good. because it has heated seats or whatever, but it's not really the best of all time. The ones without the heated seats but padded are good, like Dolby's, like the best seats for sure. But in quad cinema, um, they had like one person doing the popcorn stuff there, but the room itself there. When I went into the room, the screening room where you watch the movies, was really small looking, and the seats were something. They weren't large, they weren't small, they were just there. But it didn't have cup holders. It didn't have any give to the seats. They're just like in quad cinema. Sorry, just like in Cinema Village, there's no give to the seats there. There's no cup holders. But the screen size there was really small. That one guy basically asking you where your cinema's at, and then you point to where it is, like 1, 2, or 3 or whatever, and he says go over there. Like we can't see like a big ass number on the outside, but they needed to hire another guy to be there. He was sitting down just doing nothing, which is, paying him for nothing. I like that kind of job. Anyway, so go to the go to the theater, and like I said, it was really small, like small screen, small area. And the worst part about quad cinema was that the back of the seats were really high up. Um, so I was like, this is not normal. Usually at Lincoln Center, right? At Lincoln Center, their seats are on the floor on the level flat, but the seats themselves are relatively low. So like, and the screen's up, but so you can see over the seats there because the position of the screen is pretty high up. But in this room, the screen is low and low, small, like width wise, low and small, and the seats are high. So it's really hard to see the screen because of the way Quad Cinema sets up the chairs. So I was like, this ain't cool. The next one was Cinema Village. Same thing, larger screen, but the position of the seats were lower, so that so it's much easier to see your movie there. Slightly at an angle, slightly. Same like on the floor level as Lincoln, but slightly at an angle. I accidentally left my Jaws 3D posters there, which I got from Regal, which is free before you go in there. I accidentally left it there. But then the theater I went to afterwards had Jaws 3D posters there anyway. I couldn't believe it. I was like, oh shit. So, so that one gets a better recommendation because you can see the screen a lot easier, and the seats are positioned better. Sound was mid. Sound was like low, not like trash, but low because I could barely hear it. I'm sure it was there, but I could barely hear it. So Cinema Village, I don't know how much the seats. How much is the price regularly? Let me check it out. $12. Is that like a? I gotta see this price. Oh, $12 only. Okay. I would say maybe I would go there again. It's $12. It's not too bad there. Friday. Okay, that's not. It's too far in the future. Okay, yeah, not too. Okay, everything everywhere. I would definitely see this in the better studio. Okay, so the final one was the final. Okay, so was Ewok at Regal, and Regal. I haven't been to Ewok in a few months. I went to go see Spider-Man 40X. I was not impressed with the movie, honestly. Crowd was good though. Some people didn't see the movie. Like 20% of the people there, I felt like I didn't see the movie. The staff was cleaning up like a motherfucker there. They were cleaning fast. If anything spilled, anything was in the trash on the ground there, they were cleaning up faster. They were like on the level. They were just rushing in, trying to get everything nice and clean. There was like little yellow cones there to make sure no one like slipped in certain areas. That staff nearby there too, just in case people didn't see the yellow thing. So like, yeah, they were on their ball there. They were on their ball. Regal was. Regal is like the top class cinema of them all. So like, if anything's messed up there, you know Regal will clean that shit up. Oh, speaking of Regal, the first Regal I went to, the one in Union Square, had a really bad positioning for the ticket taker, far away from where the escalators are. There's no ticket takers on upstairs. But if you ignore it, or if the ticket taker downstairs is busy, she's gonna call you and you can't go back down. What are you gonna do? So really bad positioning. They should have at least two people there, bro. At least two people there, or just the position of the ticket taker near the escalator to go up there, because people just walking in and out. You know what I'm saying? Just walking in and out or whatever. I mean, holy shit. So Regal Ewok, like they were on the game. Everything was clean. Everything was good there. No big issues there. Like I said, they have a bunch of Jaws TV posters over there. I mean, a ton. I got like 3. So like wrapped it up there, got a rubber band, I was good to go. So final place was AMC Empire. I've seen everything there already because I'm a A-list member. And when I did that, I was going there for the mass audiences of the movies that was there. So basically, I want to see reactions to Dragon Ball with a full crowd, and the reactions to Orphan First Kill with a full crowd. The 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 lobby was just like hella busy. I haven't seen a crowd that like in the lobby that huge since Black Panther in 2019. That that lobby was always packed, like no matter what day it was. The first couple of weeks, it was ridiculous. So like that was that was I had to feel the intensity, because usually when I go there it's pretty quiet. But not this day. It felt like going back to high school. I mean, like there was so many kids there, so many kids, teenagers, so many kids. And I was like, dude, this ain't fucking cool, bro. I knew it would be fucking like this, but I wanted to see the demographic, what kind of people were going to be there, and yeah. So the reaction to Orphan First Kill was this. That's not it. That's the Dragon Ball. That was reaction. It sounded louder in person, but you can hear some cheers and stuff like that in there. So yeah, basically it was some good cheers for First Kill, because they were having a good time. Oh, like during certain suspenseful moments, they were having a good time. So that was awesome. Dragon Ball Super full crowd. That was good there. You know, like some people didn't know the stuff that was going to happen, because um, yeah, like the Makan Kosapo, the Orange Piccolo, the big moments that we were like getting hyped. They were getting fucking hyped. You know what I'm saying? That was really good with a full crowd there. But you can't get that kind of. That's why like you go to a theater like opening weekend, because the feeling of a crowd around you having a good time with you is not the same when you're going alone for kind of stuff there. Final thing before I go, I saw a Bollywood movie called Hawa. And essentially, the story is about what happens when a girl comes on a ship in the olden days. Does it really cause them bad luck? Long story short, yeah, it did. Things went really bad. Around 90 minutes of nothing, per se, and then it gets good. It's a 2.5 hour movie, so yeah, the last hour is pretty good. Moon Man, honestly, is the funniest Chinese movie I've seen since Kung Fu Hustle. Shaolin Soccer, then Kung Fu Hustle, then many years or decades later, this comes out. It was very funny, very hilarious. This poster right here pretty much represents the movie. He's in love with her, and there's a kangaroo over here, which I didn't notice. Yeah, so like the Earth, the kangaroo, him, Yui, and Zhao Li. Yeah, that's pretty much the whole movie right there. So like, yeah, it was really fun. The most expensive looking comedy I've ever seen in my life. Wow, the effects, the danger, the sparks, the lighting. It looked so freaking beautiful. But yet it was playing with the comedic elements of the movie. Definitely comedy from beginning to end. Audience, the tiny audience that knew about it had a good time as well. So I wish we would have saw this with a bigger crowd, but definitely a fun movie for sure. 4.5 stars for this one. That's it for now. Clack off.